Already today. Now we're live here. We've been on live for 11 seconds. I'm just trying to get this chat. What is it? A tickle in my throat. Get this over here. Come on. I won't do it. I can't seem to stretch the live chat. So I'm going to say something here. Good morning. That's a good way to start the day. Good morning. And not too many people say that anymore because they don't have good mornings. Good morning. And I am on the lookout for somebody that left their car at a bar. And we know that somebody probably did do just that. So is there somebody in my room? If you're in my room, can you put a thumbs up? Because I don't want to be yapping for nothing. I'm going to be on here for 10 or 15 minutes going over this project I'm on. It's taken me 25 years to create defense mechanism against drunk driving. Now, drunk driving is nearly ruled out. It's not completely finished, but there's always the one that had too much to drink and did get in an accident, get killed. Or that happened this summer. A young fellow on a motorcycle went up Mountain Road, this street here, this busiest street in Moncton, at 200 kilometers an hour on a fast motorcycle and hit a taxi van at an intersection and flew over the van and took the cab sign off and everything. So he was dead. It was all in the news and everything. So we didn't have a scot-free summer on account of that. So, but we do try to accommodate everybody here in the Moncton and Westmoreland, Kent, and Albert counties to get home safely. If it costs us out of our pocket, it doesn't matter to us because in the long run, it pays for itself. People are so generous and kind around here in the Maritimes. And I'm not saying that because I'm actually not a Maritimer from the word go. I was born in Quebec, Sherbrooke, Quebec. And everybody would probably say, what the hell? But seriously, I was born in Quebec, and my parents moved from, my father was a banker, and he gets transferred up there. So mom married him, and whatever. After Montreal, they had enough, and they came to Moncton, New Brunswick, and mom was from here. So anyways, he got iced in a car accident. Lights out. He drove under a transport truck on a Monday night. It was terrible. It was the worst night of my life. But that wasn't, there was no, he wasn't drinking or anything. He just came and was on his way home from work. But anyway, I had to wake up the next day without him. That goes on, but the days pass and you don't have to go through it a second time. So my theory of driving somebody home, whether they're drunk out of their mind, like a friend of mine was, he was so loaded, and we drove. I kept saying, "Put your seatbelt on. Put your seatbelt." And he's not used to wearing a seatbelt, and didn't we get pulled over? And well, if the officer said, "Well, your eyes are glossy," I said, "Well, I take medication." She said, "Well, get in the car." Okay, it's a long time since I've been in the back of one of these. She said, "What'd you say?" "It's been a long time since I've been in the back of a police car." She said, "Okay, parlez-vous français?" I said, "No, just give me the breathalyzer, will you?" So I blew .000.0. And I told her, I said, in the beginning, I drive my friends around, and so they don't get drunk driving charges and get in trouble. I've been driving since I was 10 years old, never had an accident, okay? And I never get pulled over since 2001. So what I'd like to say is I'd like to spread this on. I'm down here southeastern New Brunswick in Moncton, and there's also Quebec, Ontario, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, Newfoundland, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and all those places got towns and they got counties in them, and these people could get rich. Look, I'm not living high on the hog, but the fridge is full, and I'm not near thin. If people knew me, I mean, don't let the jowls give you any hint that I'm overweight or anything, but I do have the can exercises, and you got to check that out sometime. But what I was going to get at was if we joined, say we had somebody from Ontario or Quebec or even Alberta or wherever. If you can you say something there? Anyways, if we teamed up, and what I'd like to have chauffeurs for hire, not Uber, not Uber. The person gives you a card, a laminated plastic, run the card, refill it, reschedule it, refillable. You know what I mean? Those ones, rechargeable cards like Tim Hortons. I'm not supposed to say that. Sorry. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Those cards that have the black stripe. Well, you get a box of those in a machine, right? And you get it. Well, the debit machines are easy to get. They're dime a dozen. Plug that in, and you buy $1,000 worth of. Well, your family should buy $1,000 worth of stocks, and those stocks get you around, and also your first round, if you're a franchisee, should be on us. We should get you notes so you can make some money. It's only going to cost a box of plastic, but I'd like to get you off the ground. And if you're interested in chauffeurs for hire, I'm a chauffeur. Tri-County Tours Canada. It's moving. It's a thriving operation. We were the first of 4 companies that began Tri-County designated driving, and designated driving is a very, very important thing. It's not a taxi is not. There's no meters in our cars. There's no notebooks. There's no money hand over fist. It's like, give me a pie, bring me in for a burger. Hey, the guy who owns a pizza parlor sends you a pizza. Doing Chinese, whatever. It's barter. And another thing is, people do have money, and they do pass you some 40s and 50s and 60s. You never know. You just don't put your hand out, and that way there you can get a little bit less crass. I don't ask for money. I do it, and the last time I did a tri-county tour, oh man, we had fun. We went and did a 420 show. It was it was at Marv's Cottage, and we went there, and we had some co-ogs, and I didn't drink because I was just supposed to be the driver, and it was okay because Mike only had one, and it was over a period of 2 hours. So we left, and we went to a place called, and I'll give them the plug, Golden Fry, and it was delicious fried clams. And I'd like to end every tour with a meal at just about supper time, reserve a table and stuff, and have a tour of 4 or 5. and get around. Even though you're 60 years old, like I'm going to be 60 in June. June's not actually more than 12 months away. So I'm going to be uh, a senior citizen more so than I am now at Shoppers. They give me the deal at Shoppers over 55. You get 20% off on sale item off sale items. So I like to thank y'all for coming, but man, I can't drill it into your heads. Like, I don't want to sell you anything. I just want you to pay heed. We need a chauffeur for hire, like a rounded guy, a cat, preferably a guitar player, and we got a van. We got two vans. Two they're in. They're in the. They're in. One's in taxi and one's perfect shape. It's 2008 Dodge Caravan with two DVD players in it, and it's fully loaded. It's got a good sound system, and we call that the Batmobile. And I would say we've been around for 25 years, Dougie and I. Dougie's the president. We had Rock and Raj on the fly and Cyril, and now they're coming back around because Rose dumped Cyril, and Cyril's about four relationships past that. So we're going to try to get them back on track and get a team together. I'm getting calls from out of town from Ontario, and people want to know what sort of escort service I'm running. Well, it's not an escort service. It is sort of an escort service. It's actually bodyguard. Like we'll show you around. Okay, there's no sex involved or anything like that. There's no studs. We're just a bunch of good old boys, and we like to have a good time. We'll show you a good time. Ask the girls that go with the Harley guys over in Prince Edward Island. They sent me a letter from Prince Edward Island. It was one of the nicest letters I ever read. And they were really gorgeous. They were all beautiful. And they just had a weekend away from their husbands or whatever they were, bikers. And I took their car, took their whatever SUV, whatever van. I don't know how we got around, but I brought them everywhere. Just in Moncton, in the area, like back in the old days, there were clubs people danced, and there were bands and music and enjoyment. But now I'm afraid to tell you, they took it, put beer up to $4 or $5 or $6 a piece. You might as well sell the guy a bucket full of this stuff for $20 because skin them. That's what you're all about. That's the only way you're going to pay your power bill, and that's going up 50% again. And gas is going up 50%. So you might as well listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to moi. Okay, you get a condo like someone I got here. El Deluxo condo, Deluxo bachelor condo pad. So you get in here, it's all under one roof. I got the lease agreement in my room, in my briefcase. And I'll tell you, I don't have to pay heat and light. They can worry about that. I can run her full blast all winter. And if I want to take a shower for an hour, hey, it's my call. But I don't abuse it. I just love to come in here, and I if I'm all by myself, I run a show. I got a 420 talk show. Don't think about it as dope because it's not. I'm not a. I try to get people to stop using marijuana as a carboxylator. Trying to make a liquid and a powder form marijuana to go into like oatmeal and brown bran muffin mixes and blueberry muffin mixes. So I'm doing that on I don't have to smoke it. And I just don't want to do that and drive. So I'll just abstain from that. But we'll have a driver anyway. Frenchie, he loves to go on drives, and he's a real good driver. He's a chauffeur and a half, and Andrea Bell, and we've got Dougie LeBlanc. He's a real firecracker. He knows the areas like Fundy Park is a very nice attraction, but Cape and Range is winding roads uphill, and it's hard on the transmission if you're driving a front wheel drive car. So you want to keep it down to the beach and then just basically go back the other way. But people take rocks from the beach, and I can tell you, grindstone rocks are the most beautiful. We were looking for the roundest ones we could find, and I got some real nice ones. And I paint rocks, and that's something else I could tell you. I've been painting rocks for 20 years or so, and it turned out to be phenomenal. Just people were asking for rocks for Dalhousie tigers. Oh man, I painted Fred Flintstone and Barney, and Wild Woodpecker and Yosemite Sam and Foghorn Leghorn. I painted a skin full of them, and I used to tell you stories in the old days about how we used to work and party at the same time. That's like making money when you're sleeping. Making money while you're partying is a real good way to make a living. Dublar, right? Rockin' Raj. He's a walking party. He was anyway. He was a walking party. I was sitting at the bar one night, around 11:20. I said, Rockin' Raj is going to be in here in about 5 minutes. Joe Millionaire and Vic say, how you know that? I said, he probably just put his hands between his wife's legs, and she said, what did she say? Oh, used to bend his fingers back, and he'd say, fuck this. He'd jump in the shower, and off he goes. Good enough, Raj. See you later. She didn't mind. Didn't have to put up with him. And the next thing you know, the old double R comes flying in the door. I married a bitch. Did we ever laugh? But he's a good guy, real good guy. I wouldn't want to have him as a neighbor if he had a hot rod because he keeps late hours. But I don't want to end a friendship. But man, oh man, he's an awful character. And sometimes he gets me going. He gets me going. He gets me going. So on that note, say goodnight. Been 20 minutes. We'll see you again.